marching down the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 15. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they'll pin their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
To the air, it's Milroe. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's complete on the right side. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense lining up quickly.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Using the quick game. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He's going to pass. Looking to scramble. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Parrish. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Catch in the middle. It's Cleescore. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers in all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw. It's Dart. Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 25. He's got room. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can. They're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything. And then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. At the 45 on his way. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
Waste of time.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Steps away to find some room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love it. I love first down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown tie. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Back to pass, it's Dart. That one comes out hot down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been
Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field was led to the incompletion.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Looking down the middle. It's complete. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to bully their way for the first. And it's slipped out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I would love to tell you he should have gotten the first down and slid or got down, but that's not what running backs do. They're trying to get extra plays, and I know he had the first down, but he's thinking touchdown. That little bit of extra effort, you could tell, forced the turnover, forced the fumble, defense recovers.
Leaves it with the back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Running behind that left side. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide. This offense has a 2nd down play. Here's the handoff. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The give from the gun. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the 1st half.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Scanning the field, it's dark. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great 1st half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense getting set for first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Bernard. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Now on second down after the short completion. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Dances away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Got it in the middle, it's Parrish. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
From the gun, the running back has it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Dart. Got his man on the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Wide out in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Pushing the rock down the field.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Wells. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Dropping back, it's Dart. Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Wells. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Keep pushing the ball down the field.
Quarterback will audible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Dart. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Snap it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again. This time a rather long one from 46 yards out. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Off the play fake. Dances away to buy time. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air, it's Milroe. Getting some heat. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed. There he is, scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Looking to pass on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Miller. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little extra time. He'll try to do it himself. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, what a nice run by the Q. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Touchdown, Bama! And the comeback is on. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. The give to the back. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Spread the ball around this drive.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cleescorn. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got a man. It's Bernard. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Skips away from pressure. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And there's really no question here after not getting it on that last run play. Down in the 4th quarter, 4th down, you've got to go. You've got to dial up your best play here offensively. Who is your best matchup? One-on-one that can get you this first down. Keep the drive moving and keep your chances of winning this game alive.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Alabama! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's 1st down.
I feel it. Come on, offense. All right, now let's go get 6.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll go with a direct snap. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Come on, guys, pick it up.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw. It's Dart. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll let one go down the right side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Rebels! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure coming. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Getting the 1st down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, that's one that rep, good coverage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown time! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. 45 seconds left to go, and the whole thing pretty much comes down to this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite them. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Looking for space. It's Bentley. Crosses the 30. He's got away. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of